What's up, everybody? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Last night, without their superstar, the Memphis Grizzlies defeated the Brooklyn Nets 132 to 120 without Ja Morant. I must make that very clear. And before I go any further, okay, yeah, they didn't have Ja Morant. They had a collective crew that was able to get it done. I already knew that Memphis had a good team. I already knew that these guys could uphold a a win without the services of Ja Morant. And they've proven that earlier in the season twice. They had a winning record without Ja Morant when they were without him for a stretch of time. And then they also the second time that he went down wasn't too much longer, but nevertheless they were still able to get it done. Now it was a collective effort from several guys, and one key thing that I need to point out is that they had a total of 7 guys that were in double figures. Let's start with the obvious guys that really put their stamp on the game. It was Bain and Melton. They both had 23 apiece. Then you had Brooks, Dylan Brooks, who's back now, uh, picking up where he left off, had 21. Jaron Jackson Jr., a defensive effort, had 13, 5. And also, it was Clark. He had 14 and 10. And Kyle Anderson had 10 points, chipped in with 10 points. Now, Steven Adams, who doesn't get recognized that much. And I'm not going to say that Steven Adams. I'm dare not going to say that he's one of the best big men in the league or anything like that. But it's no knock on him because he did have 11 rebounds and had seven points and had a great defensive effort. It was a collective effort. And on the Brooklyn Nets side, yeah, Kyrie he put up his 43 points and KD had 35. Andre Drummond chipped in with 15, and KD had 11 rebounds, by the way, and then Bruce Brown had 13, but it wasn't enough. And I'm certainly not going to give the Nets any passes. Like I said, no passes given, no remorse, none of that stuff. You still got to play the game, even though, and I know Kyrie has celebrated everything, but it doesn't make any sense. Hold on one second, y'all. Now, it's no it's no knock on Kyrie Irving from a standpoint. I understand that they have lifted the mandate, and that's great. But these other guys, they don't care about that. Matter of fact, they want him to be on the floor because they relish the opportunity to beat these guys on the floor, and they could say, okay, hey, we beat Brooklyn with KD, with Kyrie. Now, I know a lot of guys wish that they could have Ben Simmons on there so that they could say a real true competitor would be like, look, I want to beat them at full force. And I think that was the knock on Giannis last year. Now, I didn't have no knock on him. I felt like he beat everybody, fair and square. But, people are still going to come and try to say any little excuse to diminish what the guy did, not realizing that he had got hurt too. But they'll say, yeah, well, they didn't have Harden, he wasn't at full strength, and they didn't have Kyrie and all this other stuff. Well, hey, things have changed, and now they have 2 champions on their team, 2 former champions on their team, two, alphas on their team, 2 superstars, and 2 very capable, scorers in which there's no excuses for them not to get it done, and they don't get any passes. I mean, just a couple of nights ago, you had Kyrie putting up 60 against the Magic, and then you also had him playing outstanding defense against my team, the Philadelphia 76ers, who I'm gonna talk about a little bit later. What's up? What's going on, y'all? What's up, True Viking? What's up, Big Who? What's up, Grinder? Now, here's the thing. What you have to understand about Memphis is it's not primarily predicated on their defense. People got to understand that these guys, the last time I checked, they were ranked number 2 in defensive efficiency. And listen, they could be a scary team just like Boston. And newsflash, these guys, Memphis, they're ranked number 2, and then you also got to realize, talking about Boston, they're ranked number 3. So for you to look at Memphis, oh man, these guys, man, they're trash and all this other stuff. You can't look at them the same way that you used to, And I'm glad that they're proving that. Now, as far as Brooklyn is concerned, hey, they'll most likely learn from this and everything, but everybody is still gunning for them. Everybody is still coming at them, and I like the fact that they're doing that because it's not going to be an easy task. People don't feel sorry for Kyrie, and they don't feel sorry for KD. They don't feel sorry either for neither one of them, even though that Ben Simmons might be out of the lineup and they might be going this. Listen, this is a cutthroat league, and you still have players out there that still want to go out there and they want to compete and they want to do everything by any means necessary. Just definitely not going to be an easy task at all. No, it's not. Not by any means, you know. And the thing that I love the best too is that there, like a guy like Giannis, right? He doesn't care that he doesn't have the most superstars on his team or anything. He still has to go out there and compete. Now, this is what I like the best too. Now, while Ja Morant he didn't play, guess what? He was just as happy to see his guys doing good because I don't know if people understand the magnitude of which Jaren Jackson Jr., in which he's at one point was leading the league in blocks. I think he's in top 3. I think it's Robert. I think he leads the league in blocks. Robert Williams, from my understanding, he's number 3. I have to do some more checking on that. But he's a defensive presence as well as Steven Adams. Okay. Steven Adams, he's not no superstar big man or anything like that, but he can get you quality buckets. But more importantly, he's a presence, especially when you talk about the defensive rebound. And then also, the thing that I like best too is that you have a guy in Dylan Brooks and you got a guy in Bane who hold weight. These guys are not some guys that they're just role players and all this other stuff. No, they're legitimate guys that could go out there and they can score. Now, I'm not saying that they're superstars or anything like that. Some people might say that Dylan Brooks he's got a gang of potential to be something prominent in the league, but I like what Dylan Brooks brings to the table, and I love the fact that from a coaching standpoint, he's coaching these guys, man, to where it's like, okay, if we don't have John Morant, if we don't have, this individual, if we don't have Dylan Brooks or whatever, we still got to pick up the pieces and we still have to perform regardless, and that's what you have to like about Memphis. I think they see an opportunity to get that spot with Phoenix. Will it happen? No, and I'm talking about the number 1 spot, but they're capable to do anything. I want to see Memphis go far because they're one of the teams that I've been saying all year. If you go back and you go look at my videos, whether it's me saying that John Morant should be the MVP, whether it's saying that Memphis can compete in in that Western Conference. All of it, and the fact that what's even more impressive is that they're doing it on the defensive end. Everybody wants to focus so much on offense, but that's not the case, because if you look at how they were playing last night, yeah, they were hitting shots. Yeah, they were, facilitating, on the offensive end, but it was the defense. It was the defense. And to make the point clear, let's just look at something real quick, all right? Now, they killed them. They out rebounded them. Uh, Now Brooklyn had more blocks than them, but they had more steals, and also Brooklyn had more turnovers, slightly more. But they outshot them from the 3-pointer standpoint. On the line, they were a little bit lower than Brooklyn, because Brooklyn shot 92%, while Memphis has shot 86%. So, and actually, Brooklyn actually did a better job, because they won the battle of the points in the paint. But like I said, it goes back to how they were facilitating the ball, and on the rebounding, in the rebounding department. And what do they say? Defense and rebounds, it wins championship. I keep telling them that time and time again. Now for Brooklyn, like I said, man, I'm if I'm everybody else in the East, I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this game. And the fact that they're doing it without their superstars, hope all my kings and queens having an awesome day. Man, always having a good day. We always having a good day, True Viking, no matter what, man. You always got to have a good day, no matter what. But, you know, everybody's everybody's looking at Kyrie. They're like, yeah, they're happy for Kyrie, but it's business as usual. It's back to basketball. I'm pretty sure the players are in support of Kyrie, and they're happy for him and everything, but that doesn't mean that the game of basketball is supposed to stop for one individual. It's just it's just not like that, and we could look at that philosophical philosophical too, from a life standpoint. You're not supposed to stop doing what you're doing just because there's something to celebrate on or anything like that. It's business as usual. Still got to go. So y'all let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments, like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at you later.